No intro, no editing, no nothing. January 21st, and Ulta just had their thing with like the Beauty World. I have a lot to say about that. I'm very upset, and I just need to talk about it because I have been on Reddit, literally reading Reddit threads about this since this morning. Now, let's just talk about, if you don't know what Ulta Beauty World is, what is Ulta Beauty World? Ulta Beauty World is this exposition where a bunch of different products and brands and companies that sell under the Ulta company go into a convention center and they set up their own little spots, and people, normal people, get to go into the convention and get samples of these products, get to talk to representatives of these brands, and it's a whole day of makeup, right? Now, okay, 2025, the convention for Ulta Beauty World Expo was held in Texas. And then for this year, 2026, it was due to be held in Orlando, Florida. I live in Orlando, Florida. So when I found out about this, it was November or December of last year, 2025, and I was so excited. I had never heard of this before. I wasn't that big into makeup personally. I was thinking like, this is actually a really good event for me to go to because for, maybe it's 160 or whatever. For 160 bucks, I get to go to an event where I can try out a bunch of products, talk to people who know how these products work, and I could like go with my friends and my family, and we can make a whole day out of it of just learning about makeup, learning about skincare, learning about hair care. I want to get into more products, but it's really hard to do when you have to commit so much money to one product, right? So something like this where you're basically getting a bunch of freebies and samples is a dream come true. Now, I'm not here to say people that should or shouldn't be going to the event. I am here to say that I do think this would have benefited people most who don't already have a bunch of stuff, like PR, for example. And I'm going to be talking about that. Why am I making a video? I am making a video because people are conspiring, and I'm conspiring. I think something is up. I just want to say that I don't think I can say that what Ulta did is a scam, because for something to be considered a scam, there has to be a victim and like a product or a good or money that wasn't being given to the victim in exchange for something that the victim did, right? So if I was being scammed by Ulta, that would mean that I bought a product and they never sent it, which isn't true. I didn't buy a ticket that they never sent. I just waited in a queue that didn't go anywhere. So I'm not going to say that it was a scam, but it was a scummy thing to do. Low-key scammy, but not a scam. Definitely scummy. Definitely kind of like, really. This is going to be all over the place, but I have just been ranting about this. My hair is a mess because I've been at work, and I have a lot of things to say about this. So first of all, I think that the timing of the ticket sales was inappropriate. I think that they made this have so much hype around it because it really appeals to people that don't have the money to spend more than $160 a year on beauty care. If you're not getting PR sent to you, free gifts sent to you from companies, all these things being sent to you, and you have to go out and buy your own skincare, hair care, eye care, whatever. Like, excuse me, you're most likely the average working class American citizen, which means you're not an influencer, okay? Follow me, and also subscribe, but follow what I'm saying, right? Okay, let's just talk about the date and time that this happened. When were they selling the tickets? This morning, January 21st. They, for some reason, were advertising it via Central Time, even though the event is happening in Eastern Standard Time. It's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the average Joe, who this is kind of being advertised for, because when you look on, I'm just going to show you guys. We're going to go on Instagram for a second, and let's just look up, like, Ulta Beauty World. If you look up, like, Ulta Beauty, the way that this has been advertised has been humongous. Ulta Beauty has 7.6 million followers on Instagram. Oh, I don't follow them. Oh, we're sold out. So Ulta Beauty World tickets available now. I haven't even seen this. This was posted 4 hours ago. It's time. It had 10,000 likes, 2,000 sends, 19,000 comments, more comments than likes. Ooh, dear Ulta Beauty, disappointed in your lack of communication. That has 4,000 likes. Petition for them to add another weekend. Petition to make this a multi-day event and sell more tickets. So why are people so upset about this, right? Conspiracy. What is the conspiracy? None of us were ever going to Ulta World the first place. This, I think, was a huge, huge, like, media, like, they're trying to gain followers, they're trying to gain emails, they're trying to gain, like, people to become Ulta Rewards members. I think that's what this is for, and they're trying to build hype around their name, because now, what do you think? My Chinese drama app keeps sending me things. What do you think people are talking about right now? Ulta, which is the best thing for a company, is for their thing to be trending, their event to be trending, their name to be trending. It's trending. Everybody wants to go there. It's very highly in demand. We were all hogs in a wheel to make Ulta so trendy and so popular, and everybody's talking about it right now, and we were never going to this event in the first place. I've been on Reddit since this morning because I was having the hardest time finding the link to actually buy tickets. So I started off on my Ulta. Follow me, follow me. I started off on my Ulta app. There is no button, anything, nothing, anywhere, right? I go to Google Chrome. I look up Ulta Beauty World. It takes me from a link. It takes me to my Ulta app, and I keep on this morning, right? I keep going back trying to find, like, where do I buy? I'm scrolling up and down and up and down, and I'm like, there's no buy now or register now or get your ticket now. I had to delete my Ulta app so that it wouldn't keep taking me back to the Ulta app from the Google page. And it finally left me there, and I saw, you guys know because you guys were there, a tiny little black link. At this point, it's 10:07. I've been looking for 8 minutes. I was at work. I say it. At work, I've been looking for 8 minutes. At 10:07, I make it in. But here I'm thinking, like, it's in Orlando. Like, Orlando isn't one of the biggest cities. California, Texas, maybe New York. I don't know. But when it comes to Florida, like, okay, I lost my flow. I'm eating, sorry. For some reason, I thought that this would be kind of smaller than it was. I had no idea that there were going to be, according to Reddit, I'm going to pull it up on Reddit now because I don't want to edit this video with, like, screenshots. Okay, here, the mega thread. This mega thread is what I was following, first of all, to even find out where I could buy it. And people kept saying, like, you have to go to the landing page. I don't know. So that's when I deleted my app, and then it started working. So a lot of people, I'm about to okay, people are talking about the common folk not being able to have anything, like the influencers. All the influencers are getting it, and it's not for us. They're right. It's not for us. It is not for people that just wanted to go. It's only for people who are influencers, because according to Reddit, somewhere on here, somebody had mentioned that this was, I was promptly in at 10 a.m., 6 dots in. I was literally 3/4 of 1 dot in, and there were like 12 or something, maybe even more dots to get on this. Everything is popular. Everything popular is co-opted by rich people and influencers and bot companies nowadays. Can't stand it. Someone had said that they had only sold 3,000 tickets. And before anyone is like, oh, well, you know, they must have said that this was going to be like a limited event. They had an FAQ on the Ulta app and on the Ulta Beauty World, this screen at the bottom. I read this whole thing like 3 times just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I think this something here is AI generated. That's one of my things I must say. What is Ulta Beauty World? You click on it and it is very, very vague. Ulta Beauty World is an experience, an immersive beauty experience like no other. Connect with brands you love, explore exclusive experiences, and discover what makes beauty feel truly special. So I'm thinking, like, I work with 5-year-olds. If a 5-year-old was like, what's Ulta Beauty World? And I said that to them, they would be like, okay, what? Or they would just run away and like not care because that didn't answer the question and it's not satisfying. If they could have rewritten that, they should have said, like, this is an exposition that we do specifically meant for, like, to promote the brands that we work with. We will be having, like, meetups with these brands. We have that, like, this, not sufficient. And then they're, oh, can I use my reward points? No one is asking that. I don't know why that's in the FAQ. There's a bunch of questions, right? I'm looking for the question that says, where do you buy your ticket? Ticketmaster and Eventbrite looking to buy this ticket. And finally, at the second to last question on the FAQ, how many tickets are available? Tickets at the expo and the masterclass are limited and only available here. This is the Ulta website. This is the page. Oh, how many tickets are there? How many tickets are there? Again, in my preschool mindset, I'm like, if I were to ask a child a question, how many ducks are on the page? And they said, there are ducks on the page. Do you think that that child would get the question right? No. So for us to be like, hey, PQ, how many people are going to be at this event? So supposedly there's only 3,000 people going. I don't know how true that is, but so in the same comment, which I can't find because it's low-key really full right now, but in the same comment, somebody had mentioned like that 3 million people were in the queue. I can't find anything, but I read it while I was at work making copies. So stressed out. Okay. So someone had mentioned like this is a 0.01% chance of you getting in. And there wasn't even a chance because people are saying that if you made it past those green dots, you would be greeted with a page. Sorry, I need to get better at looking at you and not myself. You would be greeted with a page that asks you if you are already registered. Uh, Already registered for Ulta Beauty World, the thing that is supposed to open right now. How would I have already been registered? Who is already registered? So a lot of people are saying like this is for influencers. Now, I did see that I'm going to have to look this one up. She's verified on Instagram, by the way. Nothing against her, but she's now part of the conspiracy. Here's what she says. The exclusive details for Ulta Beauty World 2026 will go live on Wednesday, January 21st, and you are not allowed to bring rubber bags inside. You do not content creator to attend. You do not have to be a content creator to attend. So then who are people getting the pre-register? Somebody also said that they were there at 9:59. Like there was, I don't know, they said a bunch of things, but then they had mentioned that they were in the top, they were in queue for like 100, they were like 199. Or they had 199 people ahead of them, so they were number 200 waiting in the queue line. I didn't even get into a queue line. I was just on the dot page the whole time. I kept reloading. I went to my computer. I went onto like my spam email. I'm trying to get in, right? I'm on Reddit like, is everybody experiencing a frozen page? And all the comments are like, I have 5 devices open and none of them are working. Nothing is moving. This is frozen. This person had said that at first they saw something, like there was a button there and then something about the pre-registered, and then afterwards it was done. Like it was sold out. Also, the fact that it took 40 minutes for them to kick me off and be like, oh, the hype is real. The hype is real. There's no more tickets. Are you kidding me? If you make a post about an event happening and the comments are all like, I'll be there, I'm so excited, I'm there, I'm gonna go there. All hundreds and thousands of those comments that you're getting have tens of thousands of likes. You're probably gonna say, like, I know this is an RSVP, right? But it's probably, oh, we're probably gonna get at least 10K people wanting to come in. At least at this rate, with how much it's hyped up, we're probably gonna get like 50K people wanting to come in. So you set a limit of 3,000? And then when people ask how many tickets are there going to be, all you say is there are limited tickets. Am I being pushy? Is this like, oh, Orange County Convention Center? I've been there twice in the past couple months. Can they hold a lot of people? Yeah, but I don't know if they can hold 3,000 people. Maybe 3,000 is like the max capacity, right? So I looked up how many people Orange County Convention Center can hold, and it is tens of thousands of people. Again, I don't want to be including screenshots in this, so I'm just going to look it up right now and show you because it's actually my search. If I press the back button a couple times. So this is, I don't know if this is accurate because it is AI generated, but 64,000 people, I can believe that because their website says that different parts of the building, different banquet rooms and different exposition areas can hold tens of thousands of people one at a time. So like you can have 50K over here and 60K over here, and they will still have space for like 2,000 or 1,000. This place is humongous. The Orange County Convention Center, if you guys have never been there, which I don't go there often, I've only been there for MegaCon and Holmat and NACY. But anyways, these are huge, huge conventions held by these companies. And so, yes, they absolutely can fit more than 3,000 people. So why is 3,000 like it feels really small. I'm thinking like 3,000 is relatively small for a company like Ulta that has 7.6 million Instagram followers and probably tens of millions of customers. Why would they pick 3,000? Then I realized the swag bags, right? Not everyone's going to get a swag bag that goes, but because if you don't get the swag bag, if you only go for the masterclass, I think, but the $2,000 swag bag. Then I gave myself a reality check. These swag bags are not going to be $2,000. They are going to retail for $2,000, brand new price. Honestly, they're probably going to be full of, and this is me conspiring, okay? I'm not saying this is fact, but the products that are going to be in the swag bags are most likely going to be maybe $400 to $700. They are not going to exceed $1,000. Companies, especially like beauty companies, no offense, but they would never, actually, yes, offense, because I'm a little upset. They would never, ever care about their customers enough to give the working class citizens a bunch of free stuff if they're not getting anything out of it. So if we do the math, it's like, oh my gosh, well, 2,000 and 3,000, that's like a lot. That's like $1 million calculator. So we're sitting here thinking 2,000 times 3,000, that's $6 million of free stuff that they're giving away. Probably not. Now, even if it is 3,000 people times a swag bag that really only cost $400, that's still $1 million of stuff that they're giving away, right? So that's huge. And they're also giving away they have a bunch of brands lined up just giving out freebies. So this is huge, right? It is literally the perfect opportunity. I hate to say it, but for somebody like me, I live really close by. Orlando is my city. Like, this is where I've lived my whole life. I want to go so bad. The Floridians, I know, we're so excited for this, but even other people who are like, I spend on me and my daughters and my friends, like, I spend maybe $200, $300 a year, maybe even more on beauty products every year. So to spend $160 and get a bunch of beauty products, like, this is a gift. This is a dream come true. And then you know who's going to be there? A bunch of people with selfie sticks and vlog cameras. I do think it was really weird to make it on a Wednesday morning, which is when the majority of people would want to do this. Oh, also they spelled beauty wrong. I took a screenshot of this. There was this screenshot by Facepalm all over on Reddit saying that they spelled Ulta Beauty wrong. If you look right here, it says Ulta Beauty World. So everyone's really upset. Everyone is VIP at Ulta Beauty World. You were never a VIP. You were never gonna go. I have never to post this because I'm thinking like a banned for like slander or something. Like they won't let me go. So I was thinking, would I have gone had I known that 3 million people were gonna be in the queue and there were only 3,000 spots? Would I have waited in the queue, knowing how big this was gonna be, knowing how few people they were gonna let go to this event? And I don't think I would have, because I was kind of on the fence in the first place about, do I want to spend $165, like a $5 processing fee, really? Do I want to spend that money to go for a day to get a bunch of products? Like I said, that I'm not really sure that I really care that much for anyway, but it would be a good experience for me to start getting into makeup because I don't know how to do makeup. I want to learn how to do my hair because this is not cutting it. I don't know. And I think that if people had known that there was a limit of 3,000 and that influencers were going to get a like they already have their foot in the door and they were already like hundreds of people were already going to be ahead of them. I think a lot of people wouldn't have tried and wouldn't have probably been the reason that the website low-key crashed because it froze for everyone. And after about 40 minutes, it said it is paused. And I asked like what does this mean? And it said like it might be paused because it's sold out or it might be paused because the website crashed. So I'm thinking maybe the website crashed. The website didn't crash. They had sold out. Usually I make content that is a bit more that's produced better. But like I said, I just got off work. I'm really upset. I have a lot to say about this. So, sorry for such a like chaotic video. And hopefully you guys feel the same as me. If Ulta were to come out and say, we're doing a second weekend, which they never would do because now all the companies that they're working with that are like, oh, we have to have 3,000 freebies ready to go and give away. Oh, well, now we need to have 10,000 free. Like, really? I mean, they could do it. It probably wouldn't be tricky, but I doubt that they will. But if they did say that there was going to be another weekend or something, would I go? Yeah. Because now I'm making a video about it, so now I have to make a vlog about me going to see if it was worth the hype. But you can't bring a roller bag and you have to pay $50 for an Ulta gift bag. That was my opinion on the Ulta Beauty World situation. And this video is for anyone who experienced the same thing as me to watch. But if you didn't experience the same thing as me and you did get in and you are an average Joe, please comment. Please, 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 please. Like, I want you to comment. You can comment this timestamp of, I don't know what time it's going to be. Probably, hopefully, like 15 minutes. Right now, the video is 24 minutes. I'm going to try to cut it down. But please let me know if you got in, how you got in, how was the queue for you, what time did you get in? Because I thought that me being 7 minutes late was like 7 minutes. Like, I never stood a chance. Being 1 minute late, I never stood a chance. So if you got in and you're not an influencer, and if you have been invited, don't comment. If you were invited, I don't want to hear your I don't want to hear your words. But if you weren't invited, if you're not an influencer and you just happened to get in by luck and by chance, I would love to hear how you did that, because genuinely, I don't think any of us stood a chance, and I think it was all a sham. And everyone is upset about this right now. So while the hype for Ulta Beauty World is real, if you couldn't grab a ticket this time, we're already counting down to next year. Hope to see you there. I'm not done. Actually, I'm not done. My veins are gonna start popping on my head. I'm reading the comments of the sorry, we're sold out. These I'm liking like most of them. Somebody said, why even allocate? Everyone's arguing they went to influencers, and you see all these the orange hearts and the orange people? Okay. Just to clarify, our UB Collective members received tickets from a separate allocation, not the public sale. Their tickets didn't impact the number available to get. I'm really surprised that all the comments are like, yo, why am I so red? I'm getting angry. Oh my god, turning so red. All the comments are like, not even the Florida residents got to go to the Florida event. Like, that's crazy. And some of these people I don't even think are Floridian. I done cried to my therapist about these tickets, man. Very disappointing. Damn. Okay, so somebody mentioned, why would you even allocate to them? Why don't you allocate to your diamond and credit card holders? What the heck? Why do I even support y'all? Why do I shop to support y'all and I can't even go to an event you host? I am not a diamond or credit card or whatever holder, but I stand with this woman. Excuse me. If anyone is going to have priority to go to an event that is so hyped up, I can't get over this half of my face being red. See, Ulta, I need skincare. Please give me skincare. Please send me some skincare. No one is sending me shit after this video, actually. Okay, someone were to be like, I have spent $700 at Ulta for the past year. I would be like, okay, fine. You like Ulta more than me. When I went to the convention for Hallmat and the room for PADC filled up, I literally was about to go in and start like quizzing everyone, because I know that room was not full of, oh, I'm a big fan. No, you're just lucky enough that you got here early enough, and I got here a little bit too late. I deserve to be in that room more than you do. I'm a bigger fan than you. So if some people have like, if they're whatever this is, platinum and diamond and credit card holders, you can have it. You can have it. But designating space to influencers where everyone is a VIP. I'm such a VIP. Why didn't I get in? Why didn't I never had a chance. I never had a chance. And I hate to say this because I would love to be like a YouTuber and make this my life. But genuinely, I think influencers are at the bottom of my list of who deserves to go the most. To get a bunch of free products sent to them. You know who never gets anything free sent to them? YouTubers! Influencers never get anything sent to them for free. Especially female vloggers, they never get anything sent to them. So it would actually be really nice if we put a bunch of beauty influencers in a beauty event. Oh, but that didn't take up space. You're killing me. But sorry. Okay, I digress. Is there anything else I want to say about this? Let me just read 44. Look at that ratio. Oh my god. Oh my god, all this is AI generated. This picture is AI generated. Look at those buttons. I think that everything about Ulta is just turning to AI generation. Because if you guys look at this post on their whatever, like OC backwards R, backwards 3, and a 5. What is that? Do you see that? OC backwards R, backwards 3. It's not fair. At 10 a.m. on time and it was sold out. This better not be an influencer-filled event. They already get all free PR, damn free all year. What about? Not fair. At 10 a.m. Florida time, I was standing in line for over an hour. I'm waiting to be the first person say they managed to get I'm waiting to see the first person say they managed to get a ticket, because this is very strange. Girl, bye. Dead got to registration to only be told I couldn't register. Orlando residents should have gotten a pre-sale chance to the general public. Could have been an hour or two after. People are saying, please do another date. This was done so poorly. I wanted to go so badly. Please open another date. We thank you all for the love and the rush. While we know not everyone was able to secure one, over 3 million people joined the queue for 3,000 tickets. That's them saying that there were 3,000 tickets. They knew that they had 3,000 tickets, and they have been hyping this up for, look at that. Look how many likes that has. You can't see. It says 10,000 likes. 10,000 likes, 2,000 shares, and 20,000 comments. Bye, guys. Take care. We're ultimately never going. I don't know about that. I might use that. I don't know. Okay, bye, guys.